For those of you who love holidaying on cruise ships, the question is, do you love it enough to call it home? Well, one company is betting that you just might. Cruise company Storylines calls itself a residential community at sea, offering people the chance to buy their own piece of a luxury cruise ship. However, I have to say, it doesn't come cheap. Residents range from $1 to $8 million for the lifetime of the vessel. There's also a limited number of 24-year leases that start at $647,000. Storyline says the ship will have room for around 1,000 residents, and it's due to set sail in 2025. Founder Alister Punton says the ship allows people to take advantage of the freedom to live and work anywhere in the world. And joining us now is Alister Punton, founder and CEO of Storylines. Alister, fantastic to have you on the show. I think we get the vision here for those that do love cruise ships, but talk to me about that and who your target audience is. Who's going to live on this ship?
Yeah, thanks, Julia. Look, it really is a very big mix of people. We have people from all age ranges, of course, but people from all around the world. Currently, I believe we've got about 22 countries represented in our resident pool. And they represent families, remote workers, and of course retirees, and pretty much everyone in between. So it really is a mixed bag, and that's been, I guess, a really important point for Storylines to create that community feel within the resident community.
Aha! The key word there was have. So you've already sold some of these residences. What proportion have you sold, and is that a mix of ranges? Has the £8 million house sold?
Yeah, no. No, absolutely. So we're sold over 50% at the moment. Yeah, over 50% at the moment are pre-sold. And that's, again, a mixed bag, again, of the entry-level residences, as you mentioned, but also some of the $8 million ones as well. And we're already seeing that some of the residence types, there's 5 primary residence types available, and we're already seeing some shortages of those in the mid-range at least.
How much time do you think they anticipate actually spending on this cruise? Is this the equivalent of a holiday home? And what facilities do you have? I guess the obvious thing, given even just the past 2 years, a hospital, medical facilities, schooling for education for children if they want to do that. What's available on the ship?
Yeah, look, we always say that this is an extension of your normal life. So you shouldn't have to give anything up by coming to live with Storylines. So as you said, there's a hospital, there's also education facilities on board. People should be able to come and live, and this is their primary place of residence. And some of our residents are actually, this will be their only place of residence. So they've got nowhere to fall back to. So this is it for them. But a lot of people, of course, will use this as their second home. And a lot of our residents like to go on cruises. So they will come home to Storylines and still go out and do their regular cruises every year. So yeah, it's there's a lot of different types of people coming to Storylines.
Is there going to be a plan for the year of where you dock and where you travel, and so people can perhaps hop aboard for a period of time and then hop off if they want to?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, people treat this as a home, so you can come and go as you like. There's no sort of commitment to be on for 7 days or 14 days or anything like that. The itinerary, of course, is set long in advance from operational perspective, and the residents have some input into that as well. And we pick ports based on, of course, desirability, but also part of our plan is to be staying in port for 3 to 5 days. So it's a very slow-paced atmosphere. So people really get the opportunity to go into not only the ports, but into the local regions and deeper into the countries that we visit. So it's really an opportunity for them to give back and provide more than just influx into the port regions, but into the entire communities that we go and visit.
Isn't it? I mean, it looks very beautiful. These are the renderings that we're showing now. It's funny, I always do when I have guests like yourself on, I always do a quick test of friends and family, and I have to say, what the first question came up, of course, was COVID. Please pray we don't have one, but the next pandemic. Do you imagine in that kind of situation you would get an exodus? Because I don't know anybody who, even those that like cruises, that wants to get stuck on a cruise ship with something like COVID. How would that be handled?
Yeah, look, and that's an interesting question because, primarily cruise ships to date haven't been set up for something like that. So We've got the luxury of being able to build into our designs things to enable us to maybe continue sailing during perhaps a pandemic. So there's a lot of technology that we're building into the actual design to enable us to basically isolate residents in their room if they need to, or better yet, stop infection to getting in the first place, whether it's airborne or whatever it happens to be. So, yeah, the trick is to stop it before it happens, where possible, of course, but maybe that's not so easy.
So isolating air within apartments, like even to that level?
Yeah, exactly. So no shared air traveling between different residences, so you can actually do that. So, cruise ships haven't been designed to this sort of level before, but I'm sure they will be in the future.
Can you be profitable if you just sell all of these apartments? At that point, is this profitable? I'm just trying to even imagine what it costs to kind of run this and operate this kind of operation. I'm sure you've got a great business plan, but
Yeah, look, Julie, for us, it's more of a real estate model than a cruise model. So, for the residents, once they come on board, there's like a HOA fee. They pay that fee, and that covers all their all-inclusive fees for the whole year. So that's all their food and beverage, activities, use of the wellness centre, bowling alley, the golf simulator, you name it, everything that's on board that you could possibly want, access to all of those things. So, yeah.
Wow. I'm very excited to see what happens. You've got to get cracking, actually. 2025 is just around the corner. Alister, great to have you on. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us about it today. Alister Punton, founder and CEO of Storylines. Thank you.